man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys come from Walker, Wisconsin. Watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas boxing.
All right, now Teofimo Lopez is the next guy up in the rankings, I think, followed by Sandor Martin and Gary Anton Russell in the WBC rankings for a Regis Prograis fight. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Box News playlist for more videos like this. So, yeah, Teofimo Lopez was on social media. It took him a while to respond to Regis Prograis. I remember I was saying that Prograis always taking jabs at him, and Regis and Teo don't say nothing back. Finally, on my Man's from the Zone boxing show Instagram page, the dark-skinned one, I forget his name, sorry. Regis said, well, Teo slow, and I can't wait to fight these dudes next year, and, you know, you too slow, and all that type of stuff. And, you know, Regis said, I'm gonna hurt your ass. So he finally did respond to him. So he next up in the WBC rankings. I know he was trying to go WBO route. When he jumped Jose Ramirez and he jumped Jack Catterall in the WBO rankings after the Taylor and Catterall fight, Jose Ramirez and Catterall called their lawyers to petition that Teofimo Lopez get moved back down from number 2 behind them. And their petition was granted. Teo moved back down and it's putting Teo in position to fight Josh Taylor. So they petitioned and he got knocked down a little bit. Liam Paro, I believe, still is number 1. But now he got an opportunity to fight for a belt. Or the guy you talking shit about. Now, Bob Graham said you got to favor Regis Prograis, but I wouldn't count Teofimo Lopez out. And I don't, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to throw Teofimo Lopez in there with Regis Prograis. You know, he going to duck, and, you know, hey, it might be good for his health, his overall physical and mental health right now, not to go get that ass whooped if we being real. So I think it's good for his overall health. I don't think they're going to put him in there, bro. You know, I mean, I don't even know if they sat there. I said in the Ramirez video, I don't even know if they sat there and tried to negotiate and call Richard Schaefer and Regis and said, well, this is what we can offer you for the fight to come to ESPN. This is how much you'll get. This is how much we get. This is what we can offer you. Cool. That's square business. You know, but they ain't want to fight, so they just said, nah, we don't want the 65-35, we gonna move on. And if Ramirez don't want it, Teo don't want it. They dad said, we fight all these dudes. When we go to 47, there be none of this politic, we gonna see. As soon as they order Teofimo Lopez, we gonna see. They're gonna have to eat them, they're gonna have to eat them words regardless. They get in the ring and get that ass beat, or they gonna duck and get that ass beat by the media. Really make Teofimo Lopez go off the rockers, which that ain't really my aim, dude. I want to see the kid get 100% right. But you know, when you be talking reckless like that, you got to stand on that as a man. But you know what? There ain't a lot of real boxers around, so if he do pass it up, it ain't gonna be frowned upon like it once upon a time was. You know, it ain't gonna be frowned upon. So I mean, at the end of the day, you know. Hey, that's, you know, I mean, shit, it's a good fight. You know, Teo win, they probably gonna try to get options on Teo, but in the purse bid, you can't do that. That's why I'm surprised Bob ain't try to reach out and do a co-promotional deal with him. Like they do with most of their fighters, like Navarrete and Jose Zepeda, and do a co-promotional deal with him. But they had a chance on Regis Prograis, and they didn't sign him. Regis he said that they wasn't offering the fights that I wanted. They couldn't promise to put him in the contract, kept him moving. And I guess they wasn't trying to, you know, compensate him for not getting those fights. So, I mean, properly compensate him. So, Teofimo Lopez gonna get that ass whooped. That's what's gonna happen. And if he do win, boxing happen like that. When you like a guy who ain't got no chance, come in there, get a chance, he can punch and all that. But some of the shit that he do, he need to fix. You know, he too patient. He don't work the jab. You know, but in this fight, you don't have to worry about fighting Regis Prograis. So it might be good for him. There are counter openings for him versus Regis Prograis. He's a good counter puncher. But you know, the thing about Regis, he showed that he can take a shot. He gonna get that shit. And he showed that he can thug it out too. I got him stopping Teofimo Lopez brutally. But I give Teo a chance. I give Teo a chance. Regis kind of like, you know, I think he at the end of his line in that weight. He a sharp counter puncher, and I think counter punching ability is there with Regis Prograis. I think there's openings there that these dudes ain't taking advantage of. That's what I think. I think his openings there. If we being honest, I really think his openings there. So this is if he can take advantage of those openings. They had a great game plan for Lomachenko, but I think when you talk about a guy for so long, you're talking about him, you're talking about him, you're talking about him, you're talking about him, you're talking about him. I think they've been preparing for Teofimo Lomachenko for years, breaking him down for years. You know, Regis Prograis, they better get started on that if they really want to fight. But it's holes there with any fighter. It's holes there. But I see holes there with him. You can win. You know, obviously Josh Taylor laid the blueprint, but you know he a really big dude. I don't know what they was tripping about. Like shit, turning lane. He's still blowing. Maybe they trying to get somebody attention. But I hate driving the suburbs. They're fucking idiots. At least you know if they hit your ass, they got insurance. Good insurance. But yeah, it's holes there. You know, when he kind of like low, he kind of got this little twitchy opening when he load up his shots. I mean, when he started to load up, you got to get there. Just touch him. You know, I worked the body knowing he a guy that been at the weight class a long time. I worked the body. I mean, but you know, Taylor was a big physical dude. I mean, he's a big dude, bro. Big dude. So Taylor was just able to out-muscle him. He couldn't do that with Catterall. Whatever reason it was, Catterall was snipering his ass. Top. And Catterall should have ended up with a stoppage, but he had a killer instinct. Catterall should have ended up with a stoppage. But he had a killer instinct, so. But yeah, I see Teofimo. I see Teofimo Lopez having a great chance at I see him having a great chance at having a good chance at winning. I can see it. I say it's about 70-30 Regis. I'll be like that. I think he'd be focused for that fight. Yeah, I think he'd be focused for that fight. Yeah, I think he'd be focused for that fight. Well, I think he'd be focused for that fight, bro. So, but you gotta take advantage of them openings, him loading up. And that's what Pacquiao did with Thurman. You notice the Thurman loaded up, all he had to do was throw. You ain't gotta be hard. Cause when you know, remember when Raccoon was loading up on Dragon Ball Z, and you know Goku just took the opening. That's when you got guys that load up. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know, when they load up like this, and you know he winding up, you just gotta touch him. Just get there. You gotta get there. But you know, I don't think he's gonna take the fight. Then up next is I think Sandor Martin, Gary Anton Russell. Sandor take the fight. If he's still, you know, if them new rankings still got him highly ranked like that, he won the fight versus T.O. I think he'd take the fight for a title. And he showed he can take a punch. He showed he can give a punch, and he might give Regis some problems with his footwork. He might show Regis some angles, but I think Regis' power, I think he ended up winning a decision versus Sandor Martin. But it's gonna be a difficult fight. You're going to have to see him pick up his feet and, you know, do some things that, you know, he hadn't been asked to do before, so, or had to do a lot of. So, you know, Gary Anton Russell, I think he might be a little bit too green for that fight. I think he might be a little bit too green for that fight, if we're being honest. I think he might be a little bit too green. So I don't know if I don't know if that's something that he truly want to entertain. You know, I think he might be a tad too green. So that's my opinion on that. But yeah, I mean, at some point, you know, Top Rank just gonna abandon the is Top Rank just gonna abandon the WBC belt and let Regis have it until you move up, and then they gonna run and go get it, or you know they gonna let They gonna send one of their soldiers over there to complete the mission. That's the question. That's the question. They gonna send one of their soldiers over there to go get that belt? I don't know. But Jose and Regis pass it over, then, you know, Sandor and Martin get a crack at it. You know? So Sandor and Martin getting a crack at it, we gotta wait and see. So, but honestly, it's, you know, either or Regis and Ramirez was gonna be a good fight, or Regis or Zepeda was gonna be a good fight. So, you know, either or. So, man, it's what it is. I don't expect Teo to take the fight, but if they're men of their word, you know, kind of like they gotta take it. You know, you opened your mouth and responded to Regis. You know, it seemed like I gotta take it, but you know, I'm surprised that I'm not surprised. But Ramirez didn't try to like negotiate. You know, you could have negotiated for a good purse. Bob could have put the money up, but they didn't believe he could beat Regis. And I think it'd be the same old thing with Teo. Teo gonna say, "Well, I ain't like the purse split. It wasn't enough to feed my family and all that, my son and my wife and all that, my dad. It wasn't enough money to do that, so we passed on it." But then you can also have a negotiation period. Y'all can negotiate a better purse. So, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Link tree, everything is in the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Appreciate y'all. Peace.